This is the first part of a four-part session of our four-part series of Soul Muppet Publishing's Inevitable, a doomed Arthurian Western. So if you're thinking Dark Tower vibes, you are 100% correct. Because Soul Muppet Publishing makes only vibes. All of their games are vibes. I think we'll start with introductions before we get into the game properly. Hi, I'm Graphical Ronin. I draw pictures and stuff. I did these overlays, that sort of thing. I can be found around the interwebs. I'll probably be streaming more stuff soon, but for the most part, I'm in the background. Let's jump over to Cass.
Me, hi, I'm Cass, aka Yoda Almighty. What do I need to say? I need to say my character name and pronouns. I am Magnolia the Hearthrender, and we both use she/they pronouns.
Okay. Casey.
Hey, how y'all doing? Name's Casey, aka Tabletop Trucker. You can find me on Instagram, where if you just want to, look at my life through the windshield like I do every day. Other than that, I'm here at HSC, and I'm playing Linux, him, and he is the guy, real slick like.
The goat. RJ.
What's up, everybody? It's me, RJ. You can catch me RJ282 on all my socials. Today I'm playing Bartholomew Shax, who is the knight errant I wanted to meme so hard. He goes by he, they. I wanted to say cool hat. That's me.
That leaves Holly. Oh, you're muted.
Every time. I'm Holly. I'm OMG Holly D everywhere on the internet. And tonight I am playing Josephine Larkspur. She is the tail weaver, aka the bard. It's gonna be great. And I'm very excited about this character.
Awesome.
Jason doesn't know this character, but I do.
Yeah. We'll discover Holly's character as we roll. This game, speak of rolling, this game is very narrative forward. The dice mechanic is very simple. If there is a challenge or a showdown, you're rolling a d6. You're going to try to get more d6 out of me by leveraging your reputations, the stuff that's on your character sheet, and any other things that you can think of. In terms of a task, that's just going to give you more dice to succeed with. And in a sense, it rolls kind of like Monster of the Week: failure, partial success, total success. Showdowns are a little different, a little more complicated because the target number will be higher than a 6, so you have to try to offset that by putting up a cost, something that will your character, a price your character will pay if they don't succeed. And even if they only partially succeed, they'll also suffer that consequence. I don't anticipate the game having too many roles because it is so narrative forward. A lot of the times I at my discretion can award you things like final showdown tokens just for cool role play. And I will probably do that. Before we get started, I will throw in my pronouns. They are he, him, it, that damn thing, that which walks between, and the darkness which lay beneath. And with that, we will get started. I'm going to start with some quotes to sort of set the tone for this campaign in general. And here we go. This is the way the world ends. This is the way the world ends. This is the way the world ends. Not with a bang, but with a whimper. T.S. Eliot. But civilization, he trailed off, unable to describe the change inherent in that featureless noun, the death of romance and the lingering of its sterile carnal revenant, the world living on the forced respiration of glitter and ceremony, the geometric steps of make-believe courtship, hollow grandeur in place of true passions which might once have built kingdoms and sustained them. Stephen King. Turning and turning in the widening gyre, the falcon cannot hear the falconer. Things fall apart. The center cannot hold. Mere anarchy is loosed upon the world. The blood-dimmed tide is loosed in everywhere. The ceremony of innocence is drowned. The best lack all conviction, while the worst are full of passionate intensity. Surely some revelation is at hand. Surely the second coming is at hand. The second coming. Hardly are those words out when a vast image out of Spiritus Mundi troubles my sight. Somewhere in sands of the desert, a shape with lion body and the head of a man, a gaze blank and pitiless as the sun is moving its slow thighs, while all about it real shadows of the indignant desert birds. The darkness drops again, but now I know that 20 centuries of stony sleep were vexed to nightmare by a rocking cradle. And what rough beast, its hour come round at last, slouches toward Bethlehem to be born. William Butler Yeats. Though much is taken, much abides, and though we are not now that strength which in old days moved earth and heaven, that which we are, one equal temper of heroic hearts, made weak by time and fate, but strong in will to strive, to seek, to find, and not to yield. Alfred Lord Tennyson. These are the waning days of the kingdom of myth. One thing is inescapable. Once prophecy is made, it always comes to pass. And the prophets have decreed myth will fall. The kingdom will burn, the king will die, and all those who serve the king will also pass. Our heroes have to decide, will they run off, scurry off into the desert and try to find some life after the end, or will they stand by their king and be true? And that is where our session begins. In the court of Knightsholm, the center of the kingdom of myth, a kingdom which is fraying at the edges. 5 years ago, there was a great battle between the rightful king, who won his crown through ritual combat with his elder brother. The elder brother ran off into the desert and came back as the servant of a great power and tried to overthrow his brother. He slew his brother in battle and consumed his corpse and the crown. However, he was turned away. Now the king's son, Rubain, sits on the throne. He is a weak child, literally, sickly, indecisive, ill-tempered, while his mother, Queen Isildur, watches over him, and he is aided and what's the word I'm looking for?
Abetted.
Abetted. Yeah. He's being given advice by the remaining knights errant that served his father, the ones that are still alive. Many have fallen since the Battle of the Violet Fields. The errant order are a total of 18 knights. When one knight dies, one of their squires is anointed to their position. Partially, that is why we are here tonight. We lost a knights errant, and another must take their place. We stand in the great hall of Knightsholm. The scant 100 or so people barely managed to make a dent in a room that in older times would have seen thousands at a time. Grand balls, great sessions of court where mighty quests were laid out, when the great Drake was sealed under the mountains, and all the tales that a true tale weaver would know and repeat. All of our heroes find ourselves there tonight. So Bartholomew, you are a knight. You are a knight's attaché. You have long since come out from under the wing of your tutor. And the Powderer, a friend of yours, has recommended that you be elevated tonight. That is part of what's going on here. Part also, too, earlier in the evening, petitioners were seeking this or that favor from the king. There's trouble on every border that Myth has. Disturbing reports of movement out by the barrens, where the cannibal saint, or the king's uncle, was last seen after the Battle of the Violet Fields. There are many courtiers here tonight, including the knights errant. Obviously, the boy king Rubain sits upon his throne in a royal cloak, many sizes too big for him, a makeshift crown, not the one his father had, because that was lost in the Battle of the Violet Fields. Behind him stands the Queen Isildair, beautiful beyond belief. Many stories tell of her beauty. Sir Lever, the Hammermite, Kahar, the Stargazer, many are there. Who are you milling around with?
I imagine the introduction to Bartholomew is this very heavy set, fully armored individual, and then from right behind them, there's like a, excuse me, I just need to get to the front. It's my sort of ceremony. Pardon me, excuse me. And someone like half his height is just trying to shirk around him.
Oh, pardon. He stands aside.
But currently he's probably be hanging out with the Powderer if they were invited.
Yes, the Powderer is there. An ancient, a wizard in the employ of the kingdom. The Powderer crafts guns and bullets for the errant order. She actually is one of those people that you can tell immediately is talented beyond belief. And one of the ways you can tell that is they absolutely look like they just rolled out of a clothes dryer and then showed up at an important meeting. I kind of want you to picture Eartha Kitt from Ernest Scared Stupid. So, yes. Excellent. Bartholomew. I'm glad you made
Hey there, Lady Powder.
it.
I was told that I was supposed to be elevated today, but I thought that might have been a bit of a miscommunication. Like, I just got out.
Oh no, yes, I put in a good word for you. Your skills assisting me in my duties are greatly appreciated, and your recent victory over the Romer King is more than enough to elevate you. Tell me about that. How did that go?
Oh, shucks, it weren't really nothing. It was just showing up at his place. I waved the gun around a little bit and threatened to take them all in, cold or warm. They
Oh,
decided warm.
you're humble on top of all of it. What we could have done with 1,000 of knights like you in the Battle of the Violet Fields, things may have been much different. But alas, the Powder looks around, and again, this massive ballroom, courtroom with elaborately carved columns, but you can see at the edges it's falling apart. The plaster is chipped, the tapestries are tattered. They just don't seem to have what they need to maintain this kingdom at its current level. The Powderer walks with you towards the king. The king will be issuing quests I believe there is one for you, and that is, I believe, when you will be elevated. So sit tight, have a drink, have something to eat, whatever you like.
Thank you kindly. I guess I'll go do that. Is it gonna be a rough one? Do you know? Or is it sort of like the king's just gonna hand out quests all willy nilly?
I'm afraid these days there are no willy-nilly quests, Bartholomew. We stand at the edge. You've heard the prophecy has been made, seconded, and then seen by 3 others after that. There's no escaping
There's just that solemn head nod of, oh yeah, I've heard.
it.
Well, I guess if you need me, I'll be over by the hors d'oeuvres.
An excellent position. But you stick to the code, stick to your training. And she looks across the room and she sees a very famous tail weaver. I see we have a tail weaver in attendance. Maybe your song will live on long after the myth. Stand
That
and be
means
true.
he'll just give the powder a bow, very polite.
And she's like,
Yeah.
now, where is my assistant? And she, like, bellers like a name at the top of her lungs, like enough to startle anyone within like 10 feet. And she shuffles off in that direction. And since we put a spotlight on our tail weaver, and I see Holly's head on a swivel, so I hope I'm not dumping too much on you right away. Describe your character and what is she doing at the moment? You're muted.
Every time. Okay. Um, so Josephine is she's actually relatively like I won't say she looks like emaciated, but she's relatively thin, but she is also small in stature. Like she is not a very tall person at all. And she's actually wearing she's got like a bright white handkerchief, and she's got like this dusty green on, and she has this long duster like jacket slash cape is what I'm gonna call it. um and it's like this deep like fuchsia purpley violety color. Didn't know that we had lost that already, but that's what she's wearing. And she has a her hair's down. It's long. It's blonde. She has a hat, like a cowboy hat on. Obviously taking it off as she walks in, and slung across her back is like a mandolin. And she is here because she's well known, but she's been basically summoned here. But for her, this is just an opportunity to get the hot gossip and to write songs about it because that's what she does.
That's her thing. Um, hmm. You find yourself speaking with not a knight errant, but a knight's attaché, Sir Marfield the Bountiful. Um, she's just kind of plying your ear, asking you. I mean, obviously you're in the know. Have you heard anything of what's happening out on the borders?
Would I have known anything going on at the borders?
Um, that's a good question. Have you been in the south, the east, or the west?
Um, I would say so with Josephine, her kind of claim to fame is um she once put a river to sleep. It dried up for 2 days. But the thing about Josephine is that while she walks with this air of like popularity, like people know her, there is some melancholy to her. as a whole. Like she's never overtly like, I mean, she's here for the hot goss, yes, but like she's never overtly in your face about it. And so for her, I picture her kind of like venturing out to the west a little bit is how how I see her.
Okay. Um, yeah, to the west. There's the usual rumblings with the crownless, which are they're not a political force in the sense that they're unified. But there are a group of individual communities in the mountains, the Cradle Mountains, that they absolutely refuse to bow to the crown, and they always have. They will fight amongst themselves day in and day out, but the second the crown sets foot in their territory, it's on like Donkey Kong. They're all over that shit. Um, and you have spent time among them, I mean, they're people like anyone else, but they're very proud and they refuse to bend. There are murmurings that a charismatic leader has arisen among them and could actually have the tendency to unify. Um, but also, that sentiment is spreading outside. It's spreading within the kingdom itself as well. I mean,
Mm.
we have kings and dukes and duchesses, and what's it gotten us, you know?
Okay.
Um,
So Josephine then would she'd probably would like answer and she would be like, well, um, kings rise, kings fall. And then another one rises up to take its place. It's like the snake that eats itself, you know?
she she laughs. You do have a way with words, and she like gently touches your hand. I could listen to you talk all day.
Well, that was very kind of you.
Is there any specific business that brings you to the king tonight?
Oh, and she kind of like just kind of like taps the top of, the mandolin and she's like, "Well, you're always looking for a good story."
Focused as ever. And then the camera will pan. Casey, how do you enter the scene?
Oh, how do I want this character to enter into the scene? He's probably fashionably late. He probably walks into the doors because he's got a beef with one of the court people. Was Sir Gray? I think it's one of
Yeah.
my
Yes, your
accidentally.
rival.
Yeah.
Yeah, Sir Effa the Grey.
So
His three traits are elderly, crafty, and skilled.
so I thought it was a she. I must have misread that.
Well, I may have. Yeah, it is a she. You are correct.
Okay.
Although I'm suspecting because that might just be an editorial choice that
Mm,
they just defer to the she pronoun
gotcha.
instead of
So
they.
Lennox,
But I'm
as
all
the
for more
as
women everywhere, so let's go.
he opens up the door and he's like, "My bad. Oh, my fault, everybody. I didn't mean to interrupt." He just comes in and he is roughly 6'5", well built. He's got his duster on that is all black but interlaced with like the I don't know what they call it, but it's like the lacing curly cues that go all the way down, and that's all gold inlet. He's underneath it is a black vest with a wine red shirt. He's got a top hat with a feather, an owl feather in the top of it. On his hip um, is a well-made pistol. Let me read it word for word because I'm actually I want to actually get this pistol made. Let's see what I say. Where's it at? It's a rune carved revolver that was made a gift from both his mother and father. The bullets are made out of sand from the Black River. So there's like this crystalline, like the bullets around, like it's a classic gun holster with the bullets, all is like this crystal sand color. The case was made of steel etched with gold, uh, etched in metal etching with gold inlays. And his handle was carved out of a bone of a deer. Uh, and he's just walking in, super confident and kind of making a show of it. He can't help himself. And he's just kind of a little out there. He's like, "How y'all doing? I'm sorry I'm running late. I took a bend to the left, and the bend to the right. Hope I ain't missed nothing." And he's looking around, purposely looking for Gray, just to incite her.
She's near the dais that the king's throne is on, and you do notice when you walk in, she's got she doesn't have white hair, it's gray. Her hair is like steel gray, pulled back into a tight ponytail, and she just, at her, any semblance of a smile on her face fades, and she just scowls hard the second you walk in.
See, I've caught the attention of my dear old friend. How you doing, Mrs. Gray? Hopefully I don't intrude. And he does that little half bow.
What are you doing here, exile?
The boy, and he stops himself. The king has requested me for some kind of mission. I figured I'll do it.
She
It pays enough.
She turns a sidelong glance at the king. He does not notice it. Like I said, he is like, you would guess he's between 8 and 12 years old, but it's hard to say because he is so like malnourished, or like whatever is afflicting him is something that would sort of stunt your natural growth. Like,
Mm-hmm.
he's the type of person, like, even if he were to survive the doom, he might never come into like a full manhood. Like, essentially he would always be like a little withered and broken. And he definitely has a look on his face where he's completely overwhelmed. He will be speaking to a petitioner, and he'll say something, and then like you'll see the queen's hand squeeze his shoulder, and then he'll do an about face and say the exact opposite thing. It's one of those deals. Or he'll be talking to another petitioner, and he'll get a detail wrong, and his advisor will lean in and whisper something to him, and then he'll correct the mistake, and immediately his face flushes bright red. I've got a question for you, Lennox. Were you at the Battle of the Violet Fields? I do not recall as a GM whether you were or not.
I do believe I was.
All right,
If I
so
remember right.
you were there. Were you within sight of the old king, Mulvane, when he fell?
I was. I think I was. Yeah, I think we said that. What we was. It was so
Yeah.
long ago.
Yeah.
So
It's
I'm
like a
gonna
month and a
say,
half ago.
for story's sake, yes, I was.
Yes, you were. And so I feel like you, because you would have witnessed that horror unfold. You remember the king's brother when the previous king passed on, and then because the brother was the elder, he assumed he was going to become king. However, there was an old law, and there was trial by combat, and the younger brother, Mulvane, bested him in combat, and he stormed off in exile. He was not going to be subordinate to his brother. He was a great fighter. At the time, he was considered to be a very noble errant. But the creature you saw on that battlefield did not resemble that man at all. where he had broad shoulders and a square jawline when he left Knight's home. When he returned on the Violet Fields, he was corpulent, uh, looked like pestilence had been visited upon him, and you watched as his jaw unhinged and he began swallowing his brother whole, crown and all. How does that make you feel towards the boy king? Anything?
It makes me feel sorry for him because those vultures picking at his eyes. The boy needs to be in a nurturing home, yet his quite beautiful mother is taking advantage of this weakness. That's in his mind. He doesn't like anyone in the court because he sees a child being taken advantage of. So
Yeah.
he's like, oh, the king would not approve of this.
That being said, the Sir Safa sneers at you. I assume you have a royal invitation then.
He pulls in his petticoat, pulls out the invitation. Of course. Why would I not?
She
It's
looks at it.
unbecoming.
She doesn't take it. She goes, "Ugh, sad times when we need the likes of you." And then she looks across the room towards
Stop.
a certain Shadow Jack and says, or them. Cass.
Hi there.
What do you got going on?
I Magnolia has been here far longer than anybody realizes she's been here, because she's been up in the rafters, just leaned up against one of the beams, looking down at everybody, twirling a dagger. And I don't know if anybody but me ever got obsessed with the movie The Quick and the Dead.
Oh, I love that movie.
Very Sharon Stone in that movie. We stand a problematic queen. But yeah, she's got ratty blonde hair that looks like it fought a raccoon and lost. Um, Black cowboy hat, black overcoat, but otherwise she doesn't look like she's dressed to be meeting royalty. She's meant to be out in the wastelands, blending in with everybody else, finishing her jobs. And she is scarred up. I believe she probably was also at the battle of the where Melvin died, and
Yeah.
that's where she got her facial scars, because something got a hold of her and tried to peel her face off, and it got stitched back together on one side, and the other side just never, none of it healed right.
Yes. Yes, you do have vivid recollections of that battle. The opposing court that's been set up by the Cannibal Saint, um, out in the border, out on in the wastelands on far side of the borderlands, are not like normal people. They have a hunger, just like their saint, that can never be satisfied, and it's often a hunger for human flesh, but also for carnage and domination and control. And when the battle was clearly turning against them, they abandoned all pretense of discipline, of strategy, and they just started tearing at people with their hands. Um, did you see the king fall?
Yep.
As you witnessed the beginning of that, you disappeared under a pile of the endless horde just pouring on top of you, still swinging, and I'm sure swearing and shooting.
So much swearing. So much swearing.
And while you're sitting there witnessing this pomp and circumstance that you probably couldn't care less about, um, a heavy hand falls on your shoulder,
I'm
and
in the rafters and somebody fall like is up there with me.
yeah, he's come up to see you. He saw you up there, Because you're like sort of on a balcony that's not used anymore. It's
Okay.
like been closed off because it's probably not safe.
No.
Um, and the hand of Sir Levere the Hammermite drops on your shoulder, and he's the oldest knight errant still in service. He was injured badly at the Battle of the Violet Fields. He walks with a heavy limp. Um, he has a sword at his side, but he mostly uses a heavy staff because it helps him walk and can also crack skulls. Um, he leads a faction of some knights attaché, some knights errant. They're very violent and they will go to the mat and die. They'll go down swinging when the shit hits the fan. They know that they don't have the numbers that they need, so he frequently will outsource to shadow jacks and roamers where and when he can, when it makes sense. There are very few that he actually respects, and you're one of them. And he says, "I'm glad you can make it tonight."
Anything for you, Lev. You know that.
You flatter me.
No, don't. You pay best.
Coin is king, is it not?
Gonna be king longer than that little shit in that chair.
That's part of the problem. The king later tonight will elevate an attaché to the level of errant. I
Good for them.
don't think he's ready. The powderer speaks well of him, but you know what she's like.
Usually, right?
Usually, but not in the way that would help any of us. The quest he will be given, I need you to tag along.
What's that?
In the beginning, it'll be an escort, but he looks around, making sure no one else is like crept up onto this little balcony. Well, to use the quaint language of the roamers, the shit's about to hit the fan. Out on the borders, we've lost contact with one of our forts. We think the saint is moving again.
No, absolutely not. Not enough coin in the world to go up against that stanky ass bastard.
We may not
He
need
was,
you.
you know, he was honestly worse before the makeover.
Well, we don't know what he sold his soul to, but we don't have a choice. I obviously can't force you. I can reward you handsomely, though.
My price just tripled.
Ooh.
He thinks about it. Can we negotiate? Is there
No.
something more than coin?
No.
Title? Lands?
I've heard the prophecies. How long will that last me? 5 minutes?
The prophecy says he will die and be the last king. It doesn't say when.
A stiff breeze would knock that child over.
Well, fortunately, the best mages and healers in the realm are keeping him propped up.
That might be the problem.
I'll quadruple it.
This is why I like you, Liv. This is why I like you. Also, just go ahead and put his mother on the throne. Said the
We
last
don't.
king.
She can't take the throne. It's against the law.
That's dumb. Change the law.
It is what it is. It's not in my hands to change.
Yeah, right.
If we could have changed, we wouldn't be where we are now.
Hmm.
And I will throw out a little bit of lore. Myth is the last of 3 kingdoms.
Yes.
There were 2 others, Epitome, and I'm blanking on the name. They were more based in science. Their
Mhm.
prophecies have already come to pass. And
Mhm.
one of them is an irradiated wasteland that you can't get near.
Mm.
Some people do try to raid for artifacts of science to help offset magic. That might be a different quest for this session, for this system, but we're not going into that one now.
No.
Did we lose
Lose.
RJ?
I don't
Mhm.
know.
Well, I'll expostulate then. The various petitioners are going through, they're asking for things like tax relief. We need irrigation. We need this. We need that. Our crops have failed. Our people are starving. We need relief. The king fumbling through giving hopeful answers and then being corrected and giving less hopeful answers. um, the last one before the elevation ceremony isn't even delivered by it isn't like these other petitioners are all people from these towns and outlying areas and forts themselves. They've traveled to Knight's Home to present their case. This one is delivered in the form of a letter, and the herald reads it. And it is a missive from the town of LED. They are begging for help. A gang of roamers arrived at their town last season and have demanded their entire crop for this season, which the harvest will be in a few weeks. This missive must have gotten lost along the way. It should have been delivered months ago. It's showing up now. The boy king starts to tell them, well, obviously, we can't help. We've already got all this going on. And then his number 1 advisor, which is, hold on one second. Sullivan the Sunblind, a very old man. He's actually sainted, and a bit of a holy man. And he interrupts, Your Highness, if I may, perhaps we could find some help within the those assembled tonight to send their way. I feel it may be worthy to rearrange some of our assets to at least investigate this troubling development.
There it is.
And he the king obviously immediately starts to change his tack. You see the look on the queen's face, like she does not approve at all, and she begins to move forward and say something, but one of the other knights errant behind the dais just like very casually, very subtly puts a hand on her wrist, and she pulls up. the tail weaver especially would notice this, being a someone whose entire job is observing and recording people, what they say, what they do, how they feel. Um, does Lennox notice this?
He would. He would notice. He's like,
Yeah. Does the Hearthbreaker notice this?
Hearthrender.
Or Hearthrender?
Yeah. 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 I think she notices for sure.
All right. Yeah. So you all take in that dynamic. Um, RJ, are we still missing RJ?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
All right. All right. There he is.
Yay!
You would not believe what wicked deals I had to do. Mostly power
So-
cycling.
Yeah.
So you're changing your class to Godsman, and you've got a new saint or patron.
The patron of the factory reset.
Yeah. Did you hear what happened? Were you able to hear, or were you completely out of the loop?
I heard up until they were talking about quadrupling a fee.
Okay. Just before you get called up for your elevation, one last petition comes in via a parchment scroll sealed. The town mayor's suite has sent a desperate plea for help from the crown. Roamers last season showed up, demanded their entire harvest, their entire crop. Specifically, it says crop for this season. And they'll show up in 3 weeks, when the harvest is due, and take it. And they're begging for help from the crown to defend them. Initially, the Boy King was going to deny the request, citing that all of our assets are busy. We were putting out fires over here, we're putting out fires over there. His advisor, the Sunblind, Sullivan, very old, wizened prophet, puts in a good word to the king's ear, like maybe there's some people here that we can send, to at least investigate, see what's happening. And he relents. The queen did not audibly lodge her disapproval. She definitely looked like she was about to intervene when someone else put a hand on her. I'll leave that up to you as to whether you noticed it or not.
I'm busy with hors d'oeuvres.
Yeah.
you are considered naive by your rival, so maybe that's like a blindness in the whole politics end of court. Yeah, so the last like some horns blow, and the final bit of business for this evening, we feature the elevations. And he says, let me get down to my list here. This game comes with like a million NPCs. Sir Rylan, step forward. And a knight attaché of the Crescent, young like you, or young on the young side like you, I should say. Definitely, you can see in their eyes they've seen battle. Steps forward. Kneel, and he takes one knee. And let me get to the. Where did I put that? Too many notes. That's the problem. Uh, Oath, I think. Give me 1 second. Well, there is an official oath in here, but we'll just wing it. He goes, do you swear to serve the crown unfailingly unto death? I do. Will you stand between the people of this kingdom and whatever harm may befall them? I do. Will you strive to be honorable in all of your dealings and extol the highest virtues of chivalry? I do. And the boy king picks up the ceremonial sword, which is far too big for this poor, weak little creature. I think I kind of want you to visualize the King Arthur from the Sword in the Stone. Yeah, except for like very bad complexion, sweating profusely. The very act of standing up and picks up the sword, he struggles. It's wavering. You think it might have nicked his ear when he's dropping. And he swoons a little bit, and someone like steadies him like he was gonna pass out. That happens again to another knight errant ahead of you, and then they call you. Let's see. Sir Bartholomew Shax, step forward.
You will do so and kneel?
Do you swear to serve the crown unfailingly unto death?
I do.
Will you protect the people of this kingdom?
I do.
Do you promise to uphold the virtues of knighthood and of our civilization?
I will.
And and he again in a very shaky manner. I'll let you decide. Does he add to your shave?
Probably gets like a notch and a sideburn.
Yeah.
Excellent.
But you survive it. You survive it. That's your uh that's your price of admission. He stands up. After the other two were knighted, they each received a quest, and you now receive yours. Sir Bartholomew. Or right, did I say that right? Yes, Sir Bartholomew. We need you. We've lost contact with one of the border forts. We need you to find out what's going on. We received a message some time ago. The lesser knight stationed there is requesting more knights show up, but they had two. We don't know why they need more. We need you to check it out. On your travels, we need you to stop by the town of Lead. They're having trouble with roamers, something about extortion, just taking their crop. Help them, and then move on to the forts. Reinforce them if needed. If not, report back what you find. Do you accept this quest?
Aye, sir.
Are there any who will aid our brave knight errant in his quest? And
I'm sure I'll be fine all by myself. What could possibly go wrong?
at that, Sir Levere, the hammermite squeezes Marigold, right?
Magnolia.
Magnolia,
He's gonna
different
get it.
flower.
Yeah. Magnolia literally like does a flip off that balcony 3-point landing down next to Bartholomew and is like, I'll go.
All right.
That like the king's chief advisor smiles at that, but you see more than a few raised eyes. But I was like, what the hell is she volunteering for?
Oh.
An excellent start. Are there any others?
So Josephine, seeing this display of grandeur by Magnolia, um, is her interest is piqued. So she's like, it's been a while. I haven't traveled in a minute. But then she sees this and she does find it to be all but suspicious at this point. She's like, okay. And so she's like, you hear a couple of like strums on the mandolin, and she's like, happy to be of service. She says,
Excellent. And like the knight that was chatting you up, like definitely like fangirling hard on you. There's like some claps in the background. It's like, oh shit, they got a star going with them.
Cass, what's your character? What's your character's name one more time?
Mine,
Because
Magnolia.
Magnolia.
It's
Marigold was stuck in
yeah,
stuck in my
Casey was
head.
like, let's just not get it right. So.
definitely not Petunia or Morning Glory.
No, genuinely, my original name for her was gonna be Magnolia the Steel Render, and I was like, that's a little too on the nose.
Steel Magnolias, yeah.
Yeah.
So-
I was like, a little too on the nose.
Well. I mean, if
Yeah.
my old friend Magnolia, and he comes up behind you with a puff of smoke, is gonna go and get herself in some trouble. I don't see why I shouldn't either.
You ain't dead yet.
You're gonna be a little bit harder to kill me, you know that, darling.
Excellent. Are there any others? And that's met with silence. They're like if it's like that scene when they ask for a volunteer and like everyone takes a step backwards.
Yeah.
By all means, then eat, drink, be merry. In the morning, you'll be on your way. I feel like this is a good place to take a break if everyone wants to, and we'll come back on our way to the town. Sound good?
Yeah.
All right,
good.
Good.
All
we'll
right.
see you in about 10 minutes. playing Inevitable by Soul Muppet Publishing. It is a doomed Arthurian Western, very narrative forward. We have introduced our characters in the court of the Child King Rubain, the sickly king of myth, whose doom has been prophesied, and once the prophecy is made, it is inevitable. Our current party, Sir Bartholomew Shax, who has just been elevated to a knight errant as opposed to a knight attaché, has a quest. His quest is to reinforce the border forts if necessary, otherwise aid them and report back if they've lost contact. However, there is a mission along the way. There's a town in need of help defending themselves from roamers, which are basically like gangs, like roving gangs. Sometimes they're cowards, sometimes they actually know what they're doing. Sometimes they're infiltrated by someone like Cass. I don't know. So with that being said, we return to our intrepid band. You guys are riding. You're riding slowly through the Kingdom of Myth to the southwest, towards the general direction of the border forts. The town of Lead is not, it's still well within the Kingdom of Myth, but it is on the far outside edge of that. Obviously, after the Battle of the Violet Fields, the gallant corps of the knighthood and the armies of the Kingdom of Myth in general have been hollowed out. Most of the time, local militias are just trying to tamp down unrest. There's a growing no crown movement. Hasn't quite reached the core of the kingdom yet, but it is on the move. People are not happy. The kingdom is no longer able to meet the needs of its people, and things are starting to fray. You see that along your way. The cities and towns closer to the capital still bear the facade of elegance, elaborate architecture, multi-story buildings with spires and arches. But if you take a close look, the foundations are cracked, the plaster is peeling, the murals and the pennants have lost their luster. The people have, even the more privileged people towards the heart of the kingdom, are showing signs of strain and stress. And the farther you get away from that, the more that's evident. The verdancy of the heart of the kingdom bleeds away as you move towards the southwest. The grass becomes browner, the ground more rocky, and it's almost as if that's a metaphor for the kingdom itself, rot seeping in from the outside. Why don't you describe you all have horses. Let's hear about your horses.
Yeah, horses.
Sir Bartholomew, this is technically your quest. So if you want to lead us off. Oh, you're muted.
You muted.
I am a professional streamer.
Which means we've each got 4 more of those before the session's over.
This is the way.
It is.
So Bartholomew is riding atop a ash filly by the name of Ardent Victoria. She has a brindle appearance and a stubborn personality.
Yeah.
Nice. She is one of the noble steeds, yes?
Yes, she is.
Yeah, so majestic. Think along the lines of those big ass horses from the Budweiser commercials, Clydesdales.
Clydesdales.
Yeah.
I imagine like the white mane has been like braided prettily off to the side.
Nice. How are you and your horse getting along on this dusty trail?
she's excited to be out and about. He's excited to be on his first quest. I think overall it's just like this very nervous energy coming from Bartholomew because it is his first official job as a knight errant and he wants this to go as smoothly as possible.
Let's talk. How about our road mage? These roads are no mystery to you. You've seen many, yeah.
Ah, yes. Uh, his horse is named Oath of Reckoning. The horse looks is ashy with smoky purple eyes and is light-footed, very light-footed, jaunty. Um, but person that like it's the horse. She is very much like another mission. Like very like this is another like just calm, cool, and collected. Um, looking for someone though right now, not me, somebody else.
Oh, the horse.
Oh no.
We gonna have baby horses by the end of this?
Or
No, but there might be a dire wolf that shows up
oh.
Okay.
because of one of
I
my
see.
friends.
Ow.
They're in my back pocket. Who do you think sent you that invitation? Holly.
Oh, yes. So Josephine is and Cass wrote this lore at break. I have a huge dappled stallion that is named Willow, which is what I rolled. And they are gray and birch. And how I imagine is that like they kind of look from like bottom to top, like as they go up, like it's almost like a printer was running out of ink. Like, like is how I imagined them.
A nice
And
gradient.
yes, and I acquired this said horse because this said horse chose me. This horse was a stallion and a war horse, and then just said, "Nah, you're my person." And so that's how I have Willow, and she is a little hot headed. Is what I rolled. So she's quick to
Can
anger.
I add a little lore to your horse?
Yeah, why not?
You would not know this about your horse, but your horse would know this. Your horse was the mount of the former king
Ah!
Malabit.
Everyone else would know that then, right? Like
No.
I think definitely two of us would be like, how the fuck you get that horse?
It wandered off the battlefield of the
said,
Battle of the Violet Fields. Somehow you cross paths, and it's like, you know what? I'm hanging them up.
all right, cool.
I'm living a life of show business.
Yeah, let's go.
That horse saw some fuck shit and said, you know what? No more fuck
Yeah.
shit.
Yeah.
You got
It's the
swallowed
horse-
whole.
It's the horse from Tangled. It's,
Yeah.
it's straight up the horse from Tangled.
Maximus.
That's the best
Yes.
part of that movie was that freaking horse.
I imagine there was
so
a
so
small.
that's Willow. Willow
No,
and
go
I
ahead,
are just
RJ.
vibing.
No,
What
I
were you
was gonna
saying,
say, I imagine there was a small conversation as they were mounting up, and Bartholomew just turns like, "That horse
Nope.
looks very familiar."
No, it does not.
No,
No?
don't. Don't worry about it.
No.
All
Leave
right.
the
Nope.
horse. No.
Oh, okay,
And
if
I-
you say so.
And I like Josephine's like, really? Well, I mean, she found me.
That's
Jo-
fantastic.
Josie, that horse is as famous as you are.
Oh, really?
I would say probably more, but that's neither here nor there.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So-
I was trying to be nice about
And
it.
like
Lenny.
she kind of like also then is like, well, I guess we'll have to fix that, huh, Willow?
That horse has crushed more skulls than you've crushed shows.
Good.
I'm Magnolia.
Magnolia's horse is, for my fellow horse girlies out there, an Andalusian cavalry horse.
Ooh.
It is a gelding, so it is
Ooh.
a stallion that was, removed of its important bits. But yeah, their name is Horse of a Different Color. I just call them Horse because when I went in to get one, I asked for a horse of a different color, and that's what they gave me. And because what they gave me first was a plain russet brown piece of shit horse, and I got this one that is iron black, gunmetal gray coat, and yeah, that's my baby horse.
Mm.
The only creature in the world that Magnolia is nice to is horse, and a horse hates everyone but Magnolia.
Good. It's good.
Quite famously bit a Duke in the ass once.
Yep, took a chunk
Uh,
with him too.
Yeah.
Bartholomew, you've I imagine on your journey, you've all been traveling together for a few days. There's no fast way anywhere in this world, this dying world. Um, you've had time to read your missive over and over again. It was sent by Mayor Sweet, co-signed by a sheriff whose name you can't quite make out, but it looks like David Davidson Davis. DAV, definitely the first three letters.
David David.
What?
Yeah.
David David.
Ooh.
And that's who you're expecting to see. The
It's not a blast.
road branches off the main. You've branched off the main arterial road days ago, and you have one more branch that'll take you in the direction of Lead um, and the border forts that you are looking to investigate. The other one would take you to the southern cities, more towards the center of the southern part of the kingdom, and towards the eastern edge. But you veered off from that. And at that crossroad, there's the elevation of the ground drops out and rolls, and you guys can see almost to the horizon, mountains, desert. You can see the Great Salt Sea to the far south, shimmering white in the heat. And there's a wooden sign, rough hewn, weathered, handcrafted, almost illegible in parts. Uh, you can still read lead on one of the branching signs, and you follow that one along the way. Lead itself is the last town before the foothills turn into the desert plain proper. And you see it nestled on that last hill. A few meager fields on the outskirts. You see one farm that's um, set apart from the rest. On the hillier side, there is one spot that's verdant. It must be a spring up there because there's some forest, there's some woodland up there. The rest of the town, as you roll in, a single main road, dusty, a few horses here and there, an ox, a few townsfolk shuttling back and forth about their day. You don't see a ton of people, but you're rolling in around midday, so maybe they're still working in the fields, maybe they're still at lunch. You don't know. There is a saloon. There's a mayor's office, uh, various houses. It seems just from your lay of the land as you rolled in, most of the people seem to live in the town and then go out to farm. It appears because those fields they don't have any farmhouses attached to them, except for one on the lower slope. I will let you guys decide where you're going to go from there. It's a couple of cross streets, but they don't go very deep. There'll be a side road out to one set of fields and another side road out to another one, but they're a road in the sense that something walked on it a lot and just sort of wore it flat.
A path that's stuck. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll nudge.
An Italian
I'll pop,
road.
Yeah, right. I'll pop Bartholomew on the back and go, all right, kid, you're up.
All right. First off, we might as well make our presence known over at the mayor's house and then pop in over at the sheriff's. If y'all want to go take a drink or something, I can handle that myself. I don't see much trouble happening.
No, you're not going anywhere alone.
Oh,
I'm glad you volunteered to babysit. I am parched. My wife has some liquor.
Well, y'all two are more people person than me, so probably a good idea if y'all do go to the bar.
Well, all right. I will. I mean, maybe I can just, maybe play for some money, get us a little extra cash on the
Yeah.
side.
yeah, we'll
Ooh, I
wrap
wonder
your
if they
stuff.
still gambling around here. And
Ooh.
he pulls out a ace of spades out of his undercoat. Like, could always need a little extra gold.
For your congregation, right?
Yeah, from my
Yeah.
congregation.
Yeah, congregation.
I do have friends on the other side that do need some help.
Bum, 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 bum,
I
bum,
couldn't
bum.
stop myself. It was the only place I was gonna get it in.
And you leaned into the fucking green light when you did it too.
I know.
Out here bitching about me having secrets, and then you're a straight up Disney villain.
So the plan then is Bartholomew and Magnolia are heading to the mayor's office, and see, I haven't committed all your names to memory.
It's fine.
I've got them somewhere.
You can put Josephine and
Josephine Larkspur, aka the Lark, and Lennox the
Lennox.
Exile. We'll start with the two of you. How there's traditional Batwing doors. You don't hear much going on. Like I said, it's like 1 o'clock, 2 in the afternoon, possibly. This place is dusty as hell. You don't hear any music or anything. How do you set the scene?
So not to reference Rapunzel necessarily, but but I definitely it's are there people even in there? Like, is there like an audience to play for?
There are a handful of people in there, yeah, like 5 or 6.
Okay. Well, then I will hold tight or hold fast, and then I will. Josephine, she's going to walk in and kind of make her way to the bar to see who shows up, like who's running this place, that type of thing.
Yeah, it's there's one person behind the bar doing that thing where they take a dirty rag and wiping a clean glass with it.
Okay.
Or a cleanish glass. They're more buffing it than anything else.
Gotcha.
Let me get down to lead. We will call this person Andros.
Okay.
I will let you decide. Is Andros presenting male or presenting female?
Andros is presenting male.
Male. Okay. Yeah. Andros is upper middle aged. Hard to tell in this town. That could be anywhere from 35 to 88.
A nice little gap. All right.
Yeah, it depends. The miles are hard out here.
Mm-hmm.
He looks up at you. And he tilts his head a little bit, like we don't get outsiders here very often. It's not something he says, but you read people, and that's what you're reading.
Yes. All right. So,
Help you?
well, looks like you could use some entertainment, maybe to liven up this place.
This place ain't been alive in years.
Well, it's about time we change that. Um, well,
I
could
mean,
you
I
get?
don't
I mean,
have.
what's whoa? Well, hold on. Well, hold on. What's a girl got to do to get a drink, though?
Well, that's 1 copper.
I'm assuming I have at least one of those.
Oh
So
yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
like,
But
I'm
yeah,
like,
you probably have whatever passes for an expense card in this place.
okay. And so I then say make it two, and I give 3 coppers.
Okay. Well, I have whiskey and beer.
So then I go and I pull out 2 more coppers or whatever it is, and I'm gonna get 2 of each.
All right.
Are there any? Is
So
there any? Yeah, is there anyone like playing card games? Is there anything like any type of
the people you do see in there are definitely of the farming variety. Overalls, dust in the cracks of their faces type
Mhm.
thing going on. There are a couple of people in the back, like playing a card game. They don't seem to be overly enthused about the process. But it's a pretty. They're all got a miserable look on their face, and they're just kind of playing in silence.
Well,
Okay.
I like take my beer and my other drink and slide it over to whichever side uh my friend is.
All right, Lennox, I'll have you describe your entrance into this saloon. The
Um,
saloon doesn't even have a name, by the way.
The
It just
nameless
says
saloon.
saloon.
so I walk up right behind after I watch the drinks get pulled over. It's though unlike the kingdom, he uh coming in the kingdom, he's not as pronounced. But when you look like he does, it's really hard not to have everybody start paying attention
Hmm.
because probably my shirt is their entire life savings.
It is the most colorful thing in this town.
Yeah,
Everything else is sun bleached,
yeah.
grays and browns.
And I will grab those 2 drinks. I'll make my way over to the gentlemen and ladies who are playing cards. I'll be like, well, mighty afternoon to y'all. Mind if I cut in and play a little card game with you?
Not at all, stranger. Have a seat.
I appreciate it. Um, which one of y'all want the beer? I'm a whiskey kind of person.
It worked.
The no one fesses up, but you can see one of the two people like eyeballing that beer pretty hard, and like he's moving his mouth like he hasn't drank anything in days.
Oh.
Here you go, my friend.
Obliged. And he just starts chugging it. What's your game,
And
stranger?
no, Texas, whatever would pass Texas Hold'em here.
Cradle holder.
Cradle Hold'em.
We
And
can't hold cradle. We've tried it. They keep fighting us.
shit. I'm like, y'all look like y'all been working out all day. Is it that hard out here?
Well, the ground doesn't like to give up what it doesn't have to, and
Mm,
crop's not doing so great this year.
Mm.
I heard. Heard you also be having some problems around here.
Now, where'd you hear that from?
And just like,
Uh,
I travel from here and there and everywhere, and every once in a while, a job comes up, and I want to help out these good old folk out here. It's so hard out here for everybody.
Yeah, hard times everywhere. Having trouble with roamers, robbing
Oh
us
yeah.
blind.
I tell you what, and he goes into a little story, and the story is going to be like I was up in the mountains not too long ago. My own home got robbed by some roamers. We had to put them down quite quickly. You know, I quite understand how hard it can be, especially when you got people. It's like people just be taking from people for no reason.
Let's see. Why don't you
Oh, I fucked up. I have a mind. Never mind. Keep going. Keep going. Because I was gonna
well, like
say, well, one of the things he was gonna say is like, man, I'll tell you no lie, and try to cast one of my spells to get these people to fess up. If they're part of the roamer problem, or two, how big
okay.
is like how bad is it here? I'm fishing for like two different types of answers.
Okay, I'll have you roll 2d6s. So this is just a standard check. So
Mhm.
it's 1, 2, 3 is a failure, and a consequence. 4, 5 is a success with a consequence. 6 is a straight success. You're gonna roll your 2 die and take the highest one that you roll.
Cool.
What consequence? The I'm gonna offer you a consequence. The consequence will be they go tight-lipped if you fail. Uh, so if you get a partial success, they'll go tight-lipped after they give you what you want. Um, so let that roll. Unless you want to
Cool.
offer a different consequence.
No, actually, that seems to fit. Yeah, because
Okay.
it fits me being a fancy stranger.
Yeah.
Let
like,
me roll.
like if their clothes had color, it's just dust now. It's just dust colored
Right.
now. Life's been bled right out of them.
Let's go. Got a 6 and a 1.
All right.
Nice. You kill it. So if this were a showdown, the one would sink you. All right, but it's
Right.
not. It's just a straight check. So you got the D6. That beer the guy chugged down is starting to do its work. Uh he's humming. The other guy is a lot. He's more reserved, but you can tell like he's looking at you like you're something out of legend. So there's sort of like an awe in
Mhm.
their face. Well, yeah, the it's pretty bad actually. Some roamers showed up last season. We'd already taken in the harvest and sent it off, but they took a couple hostages. Said they'd be back for this harvest, and they're going to take it all. We
How many
resist, they're going to kill
hostages?
us. 6.
Mm. Mm-hmm. Shameful thing. Shameful thing. You remember how many roamers there were? Just about.
We saw about a dozen, but you know how they are. There's 2 for every one you see.
Mm. All right, I appreciate it. Now let's not, and he brings out his own deck. He's like, now let's not focus on sad times, gentlemen. I'll tell you what. Let me let's marry and Murph. Let's have a good time while we can, while we on our breaks today, shall we? Start dealing out cards.
And so the Josephine, the you feel a marked shift in the atmosphere of the place. He's loosened these 2 guys up. The other 3 aren't really that communicative. One of them's working on a bowl of something that could be stew, might be soup. Who the frig knows?
All right.
It's more gray than brown.
Okay.
the uh, Casey, you're gonna get a showdown token, so that you can use that to help you in the final showdown for what's happening in this town. Josephine, what do you want to do now?
So I am curious. I should, if there is there anyone of note from this area? Like, is there, I don't know, like sharpshooter? Is there a like, a bandit that has made a name for themselves? Like,
You you are on the ass end of nowhere currently,
okay,
but
so we just
every place, even
perfect.
especially if they're hard places, are gonna produce hard people, right?
Hmm.
Um, you've heard you've heard of um you know what? I'm gonna throw this on Cass. Is there a shadow jack in your life that you either have worked with in the past or are rivaled with in the past?
Do
Then
I have to
describe
like
them.
them?
You don't have to like them.
There is a skinny little bastard goes by the name Primrose.
Good.
Yeah.
And he looks like Crispin Glover from the first Charlie's Angels movie.
Just doing the hair thing. Primrose.
All right,
Primrose.
Make a
perfect.
It's
note.
Primrose the Wraith.
Oh gosh.
Yeah, he did make a name for himself. He hasn't been around this area that you know of for a while. But it's hard to track shadow jacks. They pop up in the
Hmm.
damnedest places. He was at the Battle of the Violet Fields. You know that. Um,
Okay.
he started out with the forces of the Cannibal Saint, and quite famously switched sides
Okay.
in the
Our
at the
our
at the
own
height of the
Benedict
battle.
Arnold. All right. Um, so
You got to follow
just
the gold.
right. So Josephine kind of takes note of this. And actually, still has her beer and whiskey, and she actually stops and hands the beer to the bartender, shoots the shot, and essentially like swings the mandolin around and is like, starts playing something a little more like lively. I'm not trying to start a party because this isn't that. But I kind of just like I play like a handful of chords and I look at the bartender and I say, um, there's a story that I keep remembering, and uh something about a shadowjack named Primrose. You ever heard?
Well, yeah, it's the closest thing we have to a celebrity.
I knew that. I cannot believe that. I knew that. And she goes on and performs just like I would say like a verse and a pre-chorus, kind of like it's just she's like it's almost like she's making a song up like in front of this person, which ultimately she is. But for her, like there's no pretense. She's not trying to look professional. She's trying to gain favor, if that makes sense.
Okay, so we'll have you roll. You'll get the 1d6 for trying. You are a legendary, a famed balladeer, so you get one for that. Um, is there anything else you can think of that you have that would give you any other kind of edge? Oh, I can't hear you.
Sorry, I coughed. It was I was saying that I thought I could do every story ever sung, but it says like you meet a new character and you know stories told of them, but I don't know if that would like extend to like stories of like where they're from.
I'll allow it.
Okay. So,
So you
yeah.
get a third die for that. Okay. Let me think of a good cost if you fail. I can't really think of a good cost for failing this.
Um, well, I mean, like,
If
how bad is it gonna get? Maybe just one of my strings break. Like, like,
yeah, we'll go. Yeah, that's good.
okay.
Your loot will be out of action until you can repair it. So roll your 3d6.
What am I trying? What's my threshold?
4, 5, or 6 will succeed. You will suffer the consequence if it's a 4 or 5, but you will still succeed.
So, so off of the three die, I just have to have 1 6.
Yeah, one die that hits any of those three numbers.
Okay, I have a 6 and a 4 and a 2.
You got it. Yeah.
That's right.
You pull off
16.
the mandolin and you effortlessly riff this story out. There's a literal tear in the bartender's eye.
Good. Um, and
And it's brought in some people off the street.
oh, good. Um, and before as I just kind of finish up like this like little like small verse pre-chorus type thing, I kind of lean in and I'm like, now um where would we be able to find like a roamer camp, or I'm just saying that real like casually, but like not like that because I'm Holly is not cool, Josephine is much cooler.
um, he can't really give you an answer. They don't know where they are from. The rumor, and he looks around and he leans in real close. Rumor is they've been riding under the pay of the Cannibal Saint. So
Mm.
they've been ranging far and wide. They just said they'd be back for, the crop.
And and I as more people are kind of shuffling in, I continue to kind of pick away, and I kind of just like I'm just playing. I'm not singing currently or anything like that or telling a tale. I like uh I basically am like, and when exactly is that, my dear?
Uh, when you left the Knight's home, you had about just shy of 3 weeks. It took you about 4 days to get here, so about 2 weeks and a couple of days.
Okay.
That's
Well,
that's when they said they were coming back. It's timed off of the moons. The moons will
mm.
align in the fall in the harvest formation. Um, go ahead.
Oh no. Josephine says, well, uh, she's hoping that the favor that she's kind of gained with this bartender, and she's like, as people come in, if you happen to hear anything of consequence relating to how and who, you let a girl know. And she kind of flips another copper, and then whatever makeshift stage that she can find, whether it's like the base of a stair like well, or like a bench, whatever it is. So she kind of
Yeah.
gets up there and kind of does like her thing and goes, and obviously she plays she finishes the whole song of the Shadow Jack Primrose, um, knowing full well she's real glad that Magnolia isn't here, um, and and is like, and
Magnolia probably would just beat it out of him.
yeah, like, and I essentially like Josie. She's just like she plays this song. She sings that ballad, and then she kind of plays like a handful, like a nice little melody of her hits. That's what we're calling it. My own mixtape.
And because you are famed, when you start lighting into your own songs, that draws even a few more people in off the street.
Good. And whatever since the bartender drank I'm assuming the bartender drank the beer. Even if they didn't, she drank it and then put that cup in front of her. like I was just trying to get some, just tip me, it's fine.
Some ching.
Yeah.
You did roll a six. You did roll a six. Yeah, you said people are dropping their coins in there.
All right.
Bartholomew. A little further down the main road and across the street from Saloon is the tattered sign that says Mayor's Office. It actually doesn't say Mayor's Office. It says May, and then you can see the part where the sun bleached yours around the letters that fell off. And then there's two F's and like an E on the other end of it. You step up onto the boardwalk and go through the doors. It's a very simple place. There is a little entry room and another door that says office and another door that says jail. I'm assuming you go through the office door.
I'll knock first to be polite.
You hear a voice on the other side. Enter.
Hello there. I'm a knight errant sent by the king to address your roamer horde problem.
An errant sent by the king.
Not alone. Pokes my head. I'm gonna poke my head in. Don't worry. Well, worry, but not much.
Why did the king send you?
Mostly to investigate something else a little bit further out, but we received a letter saying that your
Hold
town.
up. What's your name?
I'm Alderman Witherspoon.
Where's
are you?
Mayor Sweet? No. Where's Mayor Sweet?
Well, unfortunately, Mayor Sweet has passed on into the next life.
Natural causes? Alderman?
Heart stopped.
Because of a bullet in it?
Nah, building collapsed.
Because someone collapsed it?
I wasn't there. I couldn't tell you.
Where's our mystic? We need to bring them in here for that tell me no lies thing.
Alderman.
Don't worry. Get him riled. He's getting the people riled up right now. He'll get there.
Yeah.
You'll get there soon enough.
Hey, Alderman.
You hear down the street people yelling, "Fuck the crown."
Don't worry about it, Barty. Alderman, you may not know this fine young fella here, but I'm sure you know my name. I am Magnolia the Hearthrender.
Yes, we do have wanted posters for most outlaws.
I am not an outlaw. I am a mercenary. It's not my fault if people take offense to who pays me.
Would I happen to have the letter that was sent to?
You do.
I'll show that to the alderman.
He reads it over, flips it over, reads it again. A look crosses his face that's impossible for you to read. And he hands it back. Well, I must confess, I was unaware this letter was sent. What can I do to help you?
Oh, well, for one, when we'd like to know when the next time the roamers are gonna come around, see if we can't do anything about them before they get to town.
You've brought a militia?
Posse.
I hope it's a sizable one.
I'll just quickly turn to Magnolia. Is for a
Don't
sizable posse.
don't tell this. Frankly, Barty, don't tell this man nothing.
Yes, ma'am.
Who's in charge here anyway?
I'm on a ride along at this point.
Yeah. I feel like
Training
I
day.
yeah, literally training day. And I'm Denzel.
Does that mean you're gonna be on fire soon?
Well, the night's young. um. Well, that's mighty fine of you. We'll take whatever help we can get. They said they're coming back on the harvest moon for the crop.
You seem very concerned about that.
Well, living's hard enough here without trying to go through a winter without food.
Yeah.
It's hard to go on if you don't have what you need to make it to the next season.
How many more days until your harvest moon comes up?
He pulls a book out of his desk and it's like a farmer's almanac. Yeah.
Does it say Benjamin Franklin on the front?
Yeah.
No.
No, this town ascribes to daylight savings. Burn it to the ground.
Yeah.
Ah, yes.
Well, by
You
my
don't
reckoning,
understand me, RJ.
by my reckoning, about 8 days.
That's fine. I can do work with 8 days. Who's leading the roamers?
Well, he calls himself Gustav the Harrier.
Like he's covered in hairs, or he likes to
No.
harass.
Like he kills people for fun.
Yeah.
All right.
Some of us get paid to do it. Some of us just lack it.
He was here. We saw him with a dozen, but we think he's got more.
All right. What banner were they flying? Come on, roamers always got somebody bigger in charge.
Well, if they were flying a banner, I did not see it.
Mayor Sweet, who died under a building because his heart stopped.
Everyone dies from heart failure.
Are we flirting or are we threatening each other? I have not figured this out yet.
Oh, Magnolia wants to kill this man.
Still
Instant
not still
just-
confused.
Yeah. Alderman, genuinely, what did cause that building to collapse on your dear mayor?
I imagine the load-bearing walls gave out.
You are a font of vagaries, and I don't appreciate it.
Sorry, sir. Would you happen to know where your sheriff is?
On the same
Unfortunately,
building?
Sheriff Davis was in the same building. Yes,
Mhm.
we have an interim sheriff in the next office.
Oh,
Alright.
good.
Happened to be in town when we needed an
Yeah.
extra hand.
Who's that?
Well, calls himself Ryle Lefave.
Ryle Lefave.
Yep, RYLELAFARVE.
All
Do
right.
I
Well,
know- do we know this man?
You don't know that name.
Okay.
thank you for your time. We'll speak with the sheriff about mustering up whatever forces you got left over here and decide
Oh.
whether we abandon the town or Fight for it?
I
Question
can
mark.
I can save you lots of time. We don't have militia.
Yeah.
I have about 3 dozen farmers and their children.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Welcome
Oh.
to a lose-lose scenario, Barty.
I don't know. You can win any scenario. It just depends on how much you're willing to give up.
Exactly. Lose-lose.
Not if I win.
You're still giving something up, so you lose.
He's too fresh-faced to understand that.
Or maybe he's just a
I-
little too utilitarian.
All right, Alderman. I missed your name. What was it again?
Well, my surname is Witherspoon.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not in the habit of giving out my first name to people I don't know.
Except you do know me. Said my face is on the bulletin board in the other room.
Knowing of you and knowing you are two different things.
Just gonna start scooting towards the door while this tension is happening.
I have a tremendous amount of work that I need to attend to. If you would go across the hallway, Sheriff Lefebvre will certainly be more fault-like for you, I assure you.
Thank you for your time.
Slams the door.
Literally, Barty is the best.
I love him so much.
Thank you so much.
It's just the sweetest bean.
Just moving in the background.
Barty,
Yes, ma'am.
don't call me ma'am.
Uh,
And call me Magnolia.
yes, Miss Magnolia.
No, just Magnolia.
Oh, it's the best. This is the best.
Yes, Magnolia. Yes, Magnolia.
Thank you. If that man ain't a plant by the roamers, then my name is Rubain, and I'm the king of myth.
What? No, the king is a kid.
Barty, you understand metaphor, don't you? And sarcasm.
I didn't really pick up too well on the words and the numbers back in school.
Better at stabbing?
Shooting.
Oh, all right. Okay. Either way, that man is a liar.
Hmm.
Who doesn't seem too fucking scared of what's coming down the pipeline towards this village. You catch my meaning?
Right. Okay. I got you.
Uh-huh. And conveniently, there's just some random lawman here when the other sheriff dies. With the
might
mayor
also
who...
be a plant.
Yeah, there you go. See, you are smart. You got it.
Pattern recognition.
That's awesome.
That phrase like picturing
You
like
know-
a potted plant.
I had a teacher. I had a teacher in school. You want to know what one of his favorite things to say was? How do you think you learn? Repetition. Now, how is it you learn? Repetition. And how is it do you think you learn?
Repetition.
You got it. I have genuinely had a teacher in high school who
Oh, good.
and I'm actually friends with that man now.
Maybe we should clue in the other two before we meet with the sheriff.
That's a good idea. I think the other two will put him off of his game, whatever this game is. I tend to put people on edge.
Because you
seem-
stab them?
Barty, you are so fucking funny.
What?
You're really funny. I do stab people, so they're on the edge of my knife.
Oh, Barney.
We love him.
Canonically, the youngest.
Yes.
Genuinely, how old is Barty?
God, he's probably in his early 20s at the very
Oh.
least.
Still shiny.
Yeah, so
His
I'm
armor doesn't
maybe-
have a single dent on it.
I've got like maybe 10 years on this child. Oh, this is the millennial Gen Z divide right here.
Hey, Magnolia, watch me floss.
Never do that in my presence again. All right.
Oh, God.
If you were to step outside, you would hear the clear tones of the lark's mandolin and voice. What was originally like a very silent establishment now has the murmur of chattering voices.
Now I know that some of y'all are loyal to the crown, and I understand that you're loyal to the crown. The crown has tried to do right. All I'm saying is, if y'all go up to the mountains in the north where I'm from, you not only get a little bit more freedom, but you can get some finery just like me. I understand that I'm here on the crown's business, but the crown does pay me well to be on business. But y'all ain't getting a fair shake at this. Why you gonna be subjects to a boy king in his mother's trifling ways? Oh, hey, y'all. And I'll wave at
Doing some preaching there, Mr. Lennox?
Stop.
Oh, no, my friend. I'm just talking. You know, just talking. Ideas ain't outlawed just yet.
Oh, by the by. And then, like, the gossip huddle in the corner.
I'm finishing up a song, and I kind of like as y'all come in and you hear this, like I'm um Linux is talking kind of over and I'm playing. I'm just kind of like humming and I'm singing everywhere, like kind of backing him up, and I'm playing or whatever. And I kind of like nod as you come in and I'm like, well, thank you so very much, friends, and my new friends and my new family. I'm just a short break, and she kind of says, because I mean, how many people are in here? Like 20? I don't know,
um,
more or less. Like,
let's say 15.
okay, great. I take and I say, thank you all so much. I mean, drinks are only a copper. Like, I mean, how much money did I make? Whatever I'm doing, like, I just take that and put it in my pocket, and I kind of like say, another performance, another time, and I kind of just walk over to the bartender and I just buy everybody a drink at this point. Like, all I'm doing here is just buttering everyone up. Like, that's literally it.
All right. So I don't remember if I mentioned it, but from your roll, you get a showdown token.
Oh, nope. Okay.
All right. I'm going to give you another showdown token for the generosity.
Yeah. It pays to be nice.
Yeah.
Okay.
Lennox, you're doing your like anti-monarchy spiel as Bartholomew walks in. But I'll leave it up to Bartholomew, but if he notices, but there are more, not quite half, probably about a third of the people that seem to be like kind of nodding in agreement with what Lennox is saying.
Oh, good. I love it.
So you enter into this establishment, which is night and day from what it was when Lennox and Josephine meandered in. Seems to be what more of what Bartholomew would be used to seeing from the inner baronies. I'm sure Magnolia has I almost did it again. I'm sure Magnolia is more used to more lethal bars.
No, Magnolia doesn't hang out in those bars. She likes her drinks in peace.
So she kills everyone in the bar and then convinces to drink it.
No. She goes in. She is like fucking Aragorn in the corner of the bar in Bree, in minding her own damn business.
Perfect.
You gonna die for some chickens?
Gonna have to eat every chicken in this fucking place. All right, so you guys have
Okay.
entered in.
When the group gathers, we'll cast our favorite spell, Exposition, to just to expedite everything.
Yeah, so they catch you up to speed. I will say, Magnolia was instantly suspicious of the alderman. What Bartholomew probably got was just a functionary who is like, I've got a lot of shit to do. Why are you wasting my time? I'm not saying either one is correct.
Mm.
I'm just saying that's what you were gathering off of it. So balls in your court.
So yeah, we were gonna meet up with the sheriff next if y'all two want to come join us for some extra backup, just to see if things are as
Oh,
shady
not,
as they appear.
it's not backup. It's preventing me from committing a cold-blooded murder.
You can't be going around
No,
and
see,
killing lawmen
if you're
like
there,
that.
it's state-sanctioned cold-blooded murder.
State violence is acceptable.
And I write a song about it. No, and and kind of yeah. So Josephine kind of looks at them and is like, well, "What exactly is the plan once we get there? We just
Yeah,
gonna
we're gonna
shake
talk
him
to the
down?"
sheriff. No, we're just gonna talk. I'm gonna figure out if he's a plant, if he's patsy, if he's all the above.
Sounds exciting, she says, and she's like, "All right," like.
And then I think perhaps we hold some new elections for town mayor.
You volunteering?
To organize the election, sure.
Bartholomew, you know that mayors are appointed by the crown.
Oh, looky here. We're the crown. We're gonna appoint somebody.
I do like that gentleman right over there, and I pointed at the guy who was drinking, like, sucked down the beer. I was like, he seems like an honest chap.
Good.
Now he's
Right.
now in the corner muttering to himself, "Yeah, fuck the crown, fuck the crown."
Good.
Lennox.
What?
The last time you put someone like that in charge of a town, they sold it to the Cannibal Saint and ate people.
My fault for putting it so far away from the territory I'm from.
I have questions and concerns.
Don't you
Welcome to
worry
being a
none.
knight.
And like you guys kind of like hear Josephine over like Pickham, and she's like, you hear like, "Fuck you, I won't do what you tell me." Told me, like,
Yes.
she's like, she's like trying to pick up. She's like, "What? I don't know yet."
Sound great.
Fucking around with the chord progression to get it just
Yeah.
right. Needs to be a drop note on the bottom.
Bartholomew, don't worry nothing what I'll be saying. I'm just smoozing the crowd. Don't worry about it.
They're fine.
And he says it in the very with the wickedest sly smile.
As you
That
guys are having this conversation, Bartholomew will see entering in to the saloon the most adorable woman he's ever seen in his life. About 5'2" ish, red, very curly hair, round cheeks, freckles. Just a lovely smile on her face. She's wearing one of those ankle length dresses, skirts, and just a simple frock over top of it. She walks up to the bartender and is like, I haven't seen it like this in here in my entire life, Andros. What's going on? And he just points to he points, is that the Lark? Damn right it is. In my bar.
Right. This is a lot of pressure.
Wow. I don't have time for this. I need I need the clear alcohol. Well, how much? As much as you have. It's for them. Yeah, I need it for them. And he just hands her a big jug of clear liquor. She leaves. She goes to leave. She stops back at the door, looks back at the Lark, does catch sight of this gleaming kid, fresh-faced kid in his armor, next to two of the most dangerous looking individuals she's probably ever seen. And then she just walks across the street.
Where's she going?
Yep. Mm-hmm.
There's a building. It looks like it used to be either a church or a school. It has a bell on the top.
Oh, perfect place to hide a bunch of people. Larky, you want to ask the nice bartender where that alcohol walked out to?
Oh, yeah. And so I kind of like Josephine like makes her way over very, just gingerly, like not trying to be seen too eager, and she's like, I thought, I mean, all I had was whiskey and beer.
Oh no, that you mean well, yeah, no, that's medicinal. That's not for drinking. Kill you stone dead.
Oh, so it's not like corn liquor or grain with liquor, whatever it is. I don't know what they call it
I
here.
mean, it started out
We
that way.
made corn.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I mean, is someone sick? Is there something we should be worried about? And she kind of like pulls that.
His face closes up when you ask that question. It's not my place to say.
if there's something else troubling this town, we're here to help.
It's not my place to say. He's cleaning an obviously clean glass.
So if I can gently grab or touch this person, I kind of just want to be like in a very concerned way, like Josephine is like, but are you safe?
Well, I mean, I'm safe for the next few days at least.
And who was that lovely dressed? That dress is so pretty.
When you bring her up, like his face does light back up. Oh, that's Amelie. Amelie Singh. Sweetest little thing.
And what does Amelie do?
She was our school teacher. Kind of a healer. Closest thing we got to a doctor, really.
GM, I think my character would have noticed this eventually. Has any children come up in this bar, or have we
You
noticed
have
any children?
you have not seen a single child since you came to this town.
Okay. Well, um, we have some small business to tend to, but I would be glad to have if you would let me come back and perform for everyone.
You want to come back to my bar?
It was just, just a visit. It's just a visit. I mean, I'm already here.
Hell yeah! I mean, yeah. Yeah. I suppose you could. Yeah, you could if you wanted to. I guess be all right.
Um, do we see for sure as she leaves, as Amelie has left the bar? Did anyone see exactly which building she went in and which door she used?
Uh, I would say like the saloon would have like a huge picture window.
Hmm.
Um, broken, obviously, in several spots, boarded up, but still open enough where you could just watch her go
Okay.
diagonally across the street, right in the front door of that
Okay.
building that could be a church or a school.
Okay. I just wanted to make sure that we were either able, like, I needed to know if we were able to see her or not. Okay. But you know, it hopefully, my our visit is short and I can come back either, later tonight or tomorrow, sometime in the next day or two.
Oh, we'll probably be here for the next date if we're deciding to stick around and help.
See, it worked out just fine. And she kind of, and she says, I do thank you so very much. Your establishment is so fine. And you've done such a nice, um, maybe you can use some of that extra money. And she kind of just takes like the money she just made. Like for her, because she is so famous, like money really is not an issue. Like she doesn't really care that much. She just does it because it makes her feel alive. So, so she's like, so is she like, she takes the mug and like she sets it down and says, maybe you take this money and you fix that window.
And like you see, like he's in this weird. His emotions are at war between like sheer joy that you want to come back to his establishment, and like he's on the verge of crying at the show of generosity. And he's just
Good
trying to
thing we
hold it
just
together.
get.
He just sort of freezes up and makes a.
And
Oh,
what
all right, well, I'm not gonna make the man cry now because I was gonna flick a gold coin, but that sounds
you
like that'd
said,
be that whole man, like, because it's like nothing to him. It's like flick.
He
that's
hasn't made
so
this much
funny.
money in years.
This,
We're out here changing lives, like buying
this
drinks.
this saloon basically operate on the same 20 copper that's circulated.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like Beavis and Butthead buying chocolate bars with the same dollar.
Hmm. Yeah, we love to see it. Hmm.
But yeah, you leave if you are leaving the saloon, you're leaving it in a much better temperament than when you entered it into it.
Perfect.
There's people now like drunk enough to be like dancing and singing like
Good.
rustic folk songs.
Yes.
Uh you do
Perfect.
hear someone trying one of yours, but they don't have the chops.
I mean, as soon as we get far enough away, I was like, at least we can bring them some happiness before they die.
Right. That's like this is a kindness. It's fine.
I'd heard
Mhm.
things were rough outside the capital, but I didn't think it was this rough.
Oh, buddy, it's like this all over the place.
Barty, this is practically paradise.
Yeah, shit, trust me. You sure you want to be this little knot, Aaron? It ain't good. You're gonna see some ugliness.
I mean,
Ah,
who else is gonna help him out, right?
Barty's got a good heart. Let him keep it for a while.
I would hope. I need it to function.
It's like medically. Um.
Hip. Okay. Oh, this is gonna be
Got
perfect. he gets to your eye level, and some of his face, the white skull shows up. He's like, "Oh, not necessarily."
Bum 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 bum.
Yeah.
Just literally Lark in the background, like it's like turned the lute into a bass real quick.
It's so good. Yes, excellent. So to
Mm,
the sheriff then, yes?
yeah, let's go.
I throw my mandolin on the back. Ding, ding.
I've been wanting to play this doctor for so long. I'm so glad I can again. I can finally play him.
I must say, probably the least controversial thing about that movie is that doctor.
It really, they did get a lot right with the doctor. They get a lot right with the doctor. I gotta give them credit on that.
It's about the only thing they got.
Mhm.
I'm gonna keep my mouth shut.
Well, you don't have to tell me twice. All right, let's go meet this crooked ass sheriff before we gotta
Yep.
go rescue the children that are locked in the church.
Right.
The what and the
Being,
where?
being fed corn liquor medicine.
I'm sorry, they're doing what to those children with that bathwater gin?
It's probably isopropyl alcohol or some sort of ethanol for cleansing wounds.
And I stop and I look around and I'm like, where they gonna make that here?
Probably the moonshinery if they have one in town.
I
High
mean,
enough
no.
alcohol content can either
I
burn
just
or,
love it. Oh.
sterilize wounds.
Barty. Is the reason the powderer likes you because you are real good at making things go boom?
Who told you that?
Oh, this is delightful. It's every holiday rolled up into one with my birthday.
Hey, bro,
Dumb kid's a pyro. What can I say?
Cassidy is a
warning.
pyro.
Don't, man, go leave the child alone.
No, Marigold.
Oh, my
It's
bad.
never gonna end.
My bad.
I did it, and
I
I'm
thought
sorry.
about
I
your-
grabbed the
Linux?
wrong M,
No,
M
this is
name
a bit now. This is a bit
Yep.
now, Jason. Linux.
My bad. I
I
forgot about you. What?
No, just because I walked away don't mean that you get to forget my name.
We didn't have to bring up that kind of stuff now.
I got more kills than you at the Violet Fields, and we aren't gonna have this fight again. I won.
That's because I had to go to the out court of owls to learn my new power and wait till you see that. And that's why I ain't worried about these damn raiders.
I had my face nearly peeled off.
You're the one who walked away from me, not the other way around.
So how you doing, Miss Lark? Oh, you're muted.
Yeah, no, we just literally like as soon as you guys start going, it's like I just am like, hey, how are you?
This is great. We're just friends out on a walk to see the
oh,
sheriff.
such good friends. So tell me more about you, Bartholomew. I'm assuming it's not like a super long walk or anything like that. It's just like across the way, but I'm definitely just trying to gather like this is a big last couple days for you.
Yeah, I was real surprised when I got called up from attaché to errant, so bit nervous about everything.
Yes.
Kind of feel like a TP in a wigwam. Too tense.
Very. And she kind of like tilts her head at you, and she's like, "I like that." And she kind of scribbles it down, like, and, and she said, "Well, you're doing great. I've been around for a while now, and I've seen several new. You are fantastic. Um, but some a word of advice. Um, it's clear you don't know the world like a lot of us do, and I just wanted to tell you, please be careful.
I try my best to keep myself safe, man.
Good. I would hate to see something to happen to that nice shiny armor. And she kind of like tinks at it like as she's walking. She's like tink tink. Like,
Oh, Miss Lark, all the guys keep making fun of me because my armor's so shiny all the time, and I just can't.
oh,
They just don't know how to polish. That's all.
you know, something tells me you're right. She's like she is like, no, she's all about. So she's literally just like writing down like notes, like polished armor and don't know how to shine, like all these things, because she is writing her next big hit right now about Sir Bartholomew right now. So
Big iron on his head.
So you guys go through the gull wing doors of the town office, mayor's office on one side, sheriff's on the other. As you put your hand on the sheriff's doorknob, you hear from back out in the street. Well, I heard the crown was in town. Must be that Tin Man right there.
Turns.
right.
Yeah, just a slow turn of all four of us. Like,
You see a tall, lanky man, extremely pale, like nearly translucent. Black hat, black shirt, black vest, sheriff star on his on his vest. To what do I owe this? Suppose we'll call it a pleasure.
Well, before your previous mayor met his untimely end, he sent a message out to the crown for a little bit of help with your Roman problem.
Did he now? I was not aware he knew how to write.
Aren't you
And
just
what?
full of sass?
Well, yeah, I could tell. You're not from these parts. Neither am I. Just happened to be moving through. They needed a lawman.
and are you a lawman by trade?
Guess I am now.
What were you
That's what
before?
Yeah, we were all something else before, weren't we? Marigolds.
I would like to invoke Lore Master on this one. I was like, I feel like I would know somebody, like I've had to cross paths with this individual before.
Yeah.
How do you know my government?
Right. I love it.
Yeah. How does the lore master work again?
either there's not a lot of people, there's not a lot of things, stories, or people I wouldn't know, and if I don't quite know, I know where you would have to tell me where I could find that information.
About this particular fellow. You don't know this is who you're talking to, but he reminds you an awful lot of someone you've heard a lot of tales about. They call him the person you're thinking of is called the Adder.
The Adder. Okay. How do I approach this?
You better think fast because I'm about to do something real dumb.
And I think I see it. I'm like, now hold on. Now, I think my apologies. Sorry, had a little alcohol in my system.
That's funny.
But man, you look awful familiar. I've heard of stories. Hey, you heard this story before. Tall drink of water comes walking into a town, says some things, does some things, robs some things. You know, what was it? There was a town I was in not too long ago. Said a gentleman that almost looked somebody like you, but you ain't him. Not slick enough. Got away from me
Right.
last time. Called the Adder.
Well, he sounds like a distinguished gentleman.
Quite like yourself.
Perhaps. I'm just a lawman. Taps the star.
Mm-hmm.
At least until the crown sends another. Don't reckon
Well,
they'll be here within 9 days, though.
you're gonna tell us how we can help you out, right? Since we're all here.
Well, I'm assuming the Tin Man over there is going to be the one with the plan. All I got's my 2 good hands.
Mm-hmm.
And uncharacteristically, because this guy does not settle well within Josie, um, she says, and it seems a silver tongue.
Wow, that's a mighty fine compliment from the Lark.
Tell me, my dear sheriff, what we've been in this town for a couple hours, entertaining ourselves, and I've been in quite a few of these places before. And even though I disdain people letting their children into the bar because it kind of ruins the whole thing we're going for over there, where are the children? Y'all got them safe already?
Safe enough.
Uh-huh.
If you
What's going
must
on?
know,
Mm-hmm.
I think you'll find them in the schoolhouse. Seems to be a
Did
bit of a
you?
sickness in town.
That's why a whole bunch of corn liquor got left out for them poor babies.
I don't know nothing about no corn liquor. I do know that sassy, cute little redhead, so I'm keeping track of them.
Mm.
Don't do that. Don't do that.
And suddenly
Nah.
everyone wanted to kill him.
Oh,
Well,
I think you wanted to before.
Like
alarm bells are already.
Josie's like writing the worst diss track. Like he was a wiener. Like she's like all these things that she could say that would like besmirch any name. Like
Oh, we got what? 8 days before your problem shows up on the doorstep.
Give or take.
Got any strong people that can help us out? Help you out?
Yeah, it's a couple of the farmers on the north side of town. Still got hale bodies to them. I mean, best they can muster is a pitchfork and probably a musket or two. They're not built for fighting. They're not like you and I.
Random cat shows up.
this is Chuck. She is a
Gotcha.
menace.
I
Well,
think, oh,
go ahead.
no, I think I'm starting to formulate something of a plan. If people are willing to defend the town for it anyway.
I'll be quite honest with you. The general consensus was just to hand over whatever we had.
Is that before or
How we-
after the mayor and the sheriff were killed in an unexpected building collapse?
I don't think that changed the equation much in either direction. If this letter I've heard tell of was sent by the mayor, it was sent almost a year ago. You're just showing up now. Forgive me if I not overwhelmed with the prospect of your salvation.
Alright.
I know I have something. I have something. I have something.
I have
Bartholomew,
No, that's gonna
something,
kill him.
but I don't want to burn it in the first session of the game.
I mean,
Yes, once you use something, you can't use it again for the rest of the session.
whoa.
The session. The session.
Yeah, the session.
So
Well, this particular scenario.
So okay, so okay, okay. Part of the plan. Part of the plan. Part of the plan.
Okay.
I got to think about what I'm going to do here.
If you like, I can call a meeting. We can
Oh,
meet at the Grange Hall.
we
You can
would
talk to him directly.
very much like. In fact, like just Josie is like, oh, well, I mean, you could just maybe throw it out there that we're like it's a meeting. Are you talking about like the people in the town meeting, or are you talking about like the higher ups?
Higher ups.
Obviously,
You already met him. He's in that office over there.
Fantastic. So then, we're gonna do a little recruitment session. Say tomorrow morning. How do you feel about that?
I'll put the word out. We'll ring the bells. Who shows
Great.
up, shows up.
Fantastic. You leave the details to us if you can just ring those bells like you said.
Hey, you got a particular hour in mind?
We could make it during breakfast so that it don't bother your workload none.
I ain't in those fields. Don't
We
fash
could
me
tell.
none in no direction.
Josie's like, it's obvious. Like she just says it so syrupy sweet. Like she's just like, it's obvious.
Very bless his pea picking little heart.
Yeah, like
All right.
Oh,
Don't get
I
me
think
wrong. It's easy to get affectionate about some of these sod busters, but I wouldn't get too attached.
Sod busters.
sod.
Um,
Well,
Hmm.
my my mandolin needs some tuning. Like she says, and she like, yeah, she like not phrasing. It's not phrasing. Cass, it's not
he
phrasing.
you got it. Hang on.
he definitely shoots you a
on.
wink when you say that.
That I'm about to say is that man is gonna take it as phrasing.
And as I like kind of, and I was like, oh, thank you, and she kind of like like and kind of like she like removes herself from it, and she actually kind of steps back to Lennox and kind of leans in real quick and is like, to the schoolhouse because we're gonna get nothing from him.
Yeah, to the schoolhouse. His eyes have never left him,
Yeah, like
and
this
he's
was
made very clear about his piece on his side. I'm like, don't be dumb.
Yeah.
I am
As-
faster than you.
as you guys are walking off, you just hear him say, "See you soon, exile." He
I don't
puts
know,
it in his
rattlesnake.
As-
Okay, I'm invoking part of the plan then. Hold on, yeah. RJ, unless you got something.
Oh,
go
I had
first.
a bit, but
Oh, okay. Let me do this. Let me
Go
do a
ahead.
bit. Okay, part of the plan. Once per refresh, I can invoke relevant reputation to flash back to, and I would like to prepare a single piece of mundane equipment to have on my person. Can
Okay.
the city of hubris was a thing? Please tell me there's little bugs that I can slip into this man's pocket to hear some audio.
Hmm.
like
Yes.
walk into him and nudge him.
Oh,
Yes.
I'm gonna.
I
I'm
will.
not
I
even gonna
will
do
say
that.
though. I will say.
I have a backup plan if that doesn't work.
The technology from that city is fairly unreliable these days, but it has worked for you in the past, and you can try to slip it on him, but you'll take a roll.
Okay. I'll invoke Kaki.
All
Okay.
right, so you'll get 2 dice.
Okay.
He I won't tell you the downside.
Oh, okay, that's fine.
Oh no!
But I
There's
will just like
consequences?
to really sell this. I'm gonna walk up into his and get into his face, and I'm imagining Magnolia is like maybe 5'10", 5'11", so she's not a short woman, but she's not, tall. He's got a couple inches on her.
He's about
You said he
6'3".
okay,
Okay.
and she'll just look somehow like manage to look down her nose at him, and then just like flip his coat open and use that moment to slip the bug into his pocket to get a look at the gun on his hip.
It is filigreed.
Well, I'm glad you need some embellishment, and just walk off.
All right, so roll your 2 die. Tell me what you get.
As
The
they're
highest
walking
one.
away.
Holy shit!
Ooh.
Holly's been soaking up all your 6s. I'm just gonna throw that out there.
Has she? Because that's boxcars, baby.
Oh.
Yeah!
2 6s?
Let's go.
Yeah, you've got it on there, for sure.
Yeah.
And it's a clean success. So he doesn't notice your little sleight of hand.
Wiener.
He doesn't got one. Anyway.
As everyone's walking away and he's like out of earshot, Bartholomew just leans into the group. So I take it from the group's demeanor and popular consensus that we all just hate the guy, right?
Oh,
Well,
cold-blooded murder.
Like I'm
oh,
supposed to
there's
give people
not
the
a
benefit of
single
the
redeeming
doubt.
quality in him.
And as soon as he clears inside the mayor's office, like Magnolia like pulls her hair back and is like fiddling with a little earbud in her ear. And as we're
I'll pull out a
walking back,
Q-tip and hand it to Magnolia.
Barty, darling, I'm listening to what's going on in his office.
Oh.
I'll take it though. Thank you, Barty.
Right? Exactly.
Do you want to go to the school first, or do you want intel first?
Porque no los dos.
Why not
Well,
both?
only one can be first.
I say we head to the
feel-
school real quick.
Yeah, school. And if I need to like hang out outside just to make sure I can hear over children.
Coughing.
I just need to. I need to make Amelie's acquaintance.
We need a
Okay.
palate cleanser.
Yes.
All right. Yeah. So you head to the school. What I'm gonna say about the intel is they're gonna be busy doing whatever they're doing for a while before they meet. So like they're separate duties. I'm saying, Cass.
Gotcha. Okay.
So later tonight will be when they get together to compare notes, and that's when we'll listen in on what they're talking about. But you head to the schoolhouse again, like everything else in this town. It's seen better days. It's like this entire region. It's like someone took the saturation and just turned it down to like 10%. You enter the schoolroom, and it's originally it was set up like a church with pews, and so it's generally a wide open spot with a little rectory style room on the back. When you walk in, there are sheets that are draped across about halfway down, so you can only see a little ways in. And when the door opens, a bell rings, and this adorable little curly-haired redhead steps out, and she's wiping her hands on a towel. What? Hello? What can I help you with?
What's her what when she wipes her hands? What does it look like? Is it like gross?
No,
Okay, great.
no,
We're
just
good.
like her hands are wet.
Got it.
She's just drying
Tracking.
them off. Yeah, no blood, no like
Okay, that's
entrails
why
or
I was
anything.
like,
Sorry, these cattle aren't going to slaughter themselves.
right? Genuinely.
We don't. I'm pleased to meet you. I'm Amelie.
I kind of push uh 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 Bartholomew to the front.
Oh, hi, Miss Amelie. I'm Bartholomew. That's Josephine, Miss Josephine, Mr. Lennox, and Magnolia.
You
I
got
see
it
you
right.
beat it out of him.
Yeah.
There was no beating. I asked.
And in of itself can be a beating.
Well, it's my pleasure. Again, I'm Amelie Singh. I did notice you in the saloon. Is that the Lark? She says it like she's trying to be like confidant with Bartholomew, but you can all hear it.
Yes, our lovely wandering minstrel here is, of course, the Lark. Jazz hands.
Now, then you must be very important.
She
You're
got a
Oh,
tip
traveling
for
with the
hat.
Lark.
no, I'm just newly appointed. Is all. I don't think I'm that important or anything like that.
Well, they wouldn't send just anyone out into the field, would they?
They probably would at this point.
At this point, yeah. 12-year-old, yeah,
Love it.
send him out there.
Miss
The
Ma'am, don't mind him. He's just real humble like. He's one of the best knights we got.
closed captioning reads nervous chuckling.
Right.
Nervous chuckling intensifies.
Right.
Oh my
Well,
god.
let's step outside. I'm afraid we don't really we don't really let a lot of people into the schoolhouse, so we should step outside.
Something wrong
All
with the
right.
kids?
What makes you think that?
Well, being that we've been here all day, and I've been
And
in
we
many,
have
many, many, many times, and I haven't seen not a damn child.
And that bell just rung and not a single child exited.
She thinks about it for a while, and she looks at the three of you, thinks even harder about it, but then she looks at Bartholomew and kind of softens a little bit. You really from the crown? The king
Yes,
sent
ma'am.
you?
Mm.
This way. Then she parts the curtain. And where there should be pews, there are dozens of makeshift beds. And you see just there's a child in each bed. Each one of them is pale, they're sweating, they're um, not emaciated, but you can tell that they are very sick. And you can see she's got the jar, that big jug of alcohol she got. There's a bowl and a like a cloth, and you can tell she's been using it to dab their foreheads. And there's a pot of broth. She's trying to feed them. Started about 6 months ago.
When did the mayor die?
About 6 months ago.
Hmm.
Well,
Is it-
oh, go ahead. Go ahead.
I was gonna say, can I tell again? Now I know reputation is, and I know I've already invoked lore master. Can I not do that again, or
Not until it refreshes, so it will be after
okay,
this scenario plays out.
okay. Um, what else do I have? Fuck.
Um, so
Go ahead, Jolly.
okay. Um, what what exactly is it? Like, how are they sick? Do they just fall ill? Are they with fever? Are they?
There's fevers, cold chills, body aches. It acts like a flu.
Mm.
Sometimes they can't eat. They can't hold down food.
And
It's like
this
they're
is
just wasting away.
it's only been affecting the kids.
Only the children.
Is there any way I could tell that this might be magic oriented?
Yeah.
Um, yeah, you're a mystic. Do you have an ability that specifies that specifically, or
No, but I have a really risky plan because you've invoked children and I have a soft spot. My character has a soft spot for children. And if it is magic oriented, it's going to kick off my really risky plan, which you're going to love.
unspeakable power, lore master? I will let you invoke any of your words of power that you think will get you that answer.
Okay. So he he walks past what was her name?
Amelie.
Amelie.
Amelie into the middle of these kids. And you guys, if you allow this GM, he starts whispering the death one,
Mm-hmm.
and but it's in a way of when he says instead of says me, it's like he's emphasizing me. I want to roll to try to take if it is magic based, and this is how I'm going to find out. The risk of failure is that I get as sick as they get. I'm an adult, so I could probably fight through it, but we can think of like negatives that it hits. But
Okay.
I'll take it into me if I fail this. But if it isn't, I make the kids better. Maybe not like I take like the bodies are still weak and like they're not going to miraculously start running
Mm-hmm.
around, but like the fever breaks and they're actually showing better signs.
Okay.
Can okay. So, I would like to kind of invoke moral support if possible, just all simultaneously, and I would I can help my cadre out when they face challenges, and
Okay.
I can give a d6 to Casey.
Okay. So Casey, you'll have for your word of power, you'll have one. For the attempt, you'll have one. You'll have one for moral support. So you've got 3d6.
And
Okay.
I kind of do this in the way of like kind of picking away, almost like as he's whispering whatever he's whispering, I'm just like intuitively playing.
Okay. Before I
Oh,
forget, Cass, you have a showdown token for your bugging. Yeah. So roll those 3d6.
oh, thank God. Oh, oh, thank God. It's a 6. I had 2 1s and a 6.
Yes,
I needed that. I
that
needed that.
moral
Thank you,
support.
Holly. Thank you, Holly. I needed that third dice. I was like, oh, we're about to
Uh,
risk it for the biscuit on this one.
so I'll give you each a showdown token. Holly for the help and you for the magic. This is definitely sympathetic. The whole fucking room reeks of sympathetic magic.
Ugh.
Um,
Mhm.
the You are not unfortunately able to undo whatever this is. You do kind of bolster the kids a little bit. Like let's say you have like a juice box that's about 2 sips from empty. You're able to put like another 3 sips back into the juice box.
Okay. You guys see as all this ichor and darkness flows around him and then falls and that hot ones with El Jaciba, that coughing that he does, you see him do that and he's like,
You Want to fight
These
me?
children. And he goes down to one knee and like he's like, these children are. This is dark.
And for a moment, you all see like black lines trace up his neck through his vascular system, and then the sclera of his eyes briefly turn black, and then it withdraws as the magic passes.
That's something any of us recognize.
It's
You would.
it's the effects of dark magic
Yeah.
or sympathetic magic, not necessarily dark. Um,
These children
should,
don't have regular illness, ma'am. Sympathetic magic, not necessarily dark, but ain't necessarily good either.
she Amelie rushes over to you and she starts like dabbing your forehead with the rubbing alcohol.
So
Why,
precious.
Thank you, darling.
why would
I'm
why would
fine.
you do that? That's so reckless.
I'm a reckless individual, and children don't deserve to suffer because of the mistakes of the adults that are around them.
Well, thank you.
I helped a little bit. It ain't much. I need something stronger to break this. Something's afflicting this land. Actually, before I say that, would I know that this is probably an infliction on the land itself, or like somebody's inflicting something to
This is
harm
targeted.
these? Yeah. Okay.
I know.
Uh,
Well.
you with your lore master that you played earlier, trying to figure out who the sheriff is. You do know there is a witch that lives in the woods to the northwest of town. You haven't heard much either way about them. They mostly keep to themselves, but
I need a minute. And he just sits down. He's like,
Hey, take as much time as you need, Mr. Lennox. Hey, Magnolia, can you help me out my armor real quick?
Barty, I don't know you that well.
help the
Well,
boy.
If
I'll help.
oh,
Amelie
thank you.
says, blushing.
Let's go.
And
Let's go.
and Magnolia's gonna look at, like glance between Lark and and Lennox and just go like, I knew what I was doing.
And
I
you
figure
kind of, yeah, you kind of hear like a little ting and you're like, Amelie, Amelie. And she's like, flaming locks of auburn hair. Like, like she's always thinking of something. And so she's like, and she has like this knowingly like nod from like Magnolia of like,
I figure if we're gonna let Mr. Lennox rest here, we can help out for a bit.
absolutely.
I'm obliged. And like she takes up her duties. There's obviously the kids are too sick to get out of bed, so there's bedpan. It's like a full on like
Yeah.
triage going on. You guys, there's definitely extra beds, and she makes them up for you, and you can sleep there for the night. If you wanted to end your day here, what we'll do is we'll go to Cassie's eavesdropping session.
Yeah. Do that. And then we go
It's
to bed.
Right?
it's spotty, and you hear the voice of the alderman. And he goes, this is bad timing. Oh, go on, you get you're all fessed up like a hysterical woman. They don't know shit. We can't. It's 9 days. There's no way. There's no way we can put them up for 9 days. And then it gets garbled. He said, "You got to remember whose side you're on. I'm on the town side. Well, you can tell yourself that horse shit all you want, but that's not who you're in bed with now, is it?" And he goes, will he spare us? He'll spare you if he gets his crop. uh, I just don't think we should have to serve a crown. I don't give a goddamn about your morals or your high horse. You're serving a crown either way. Now you're just serving the rightful one. The cannibal saint will have his crop. That's where we'll end it for tonight.
I hope you all know I was holding back a pun when Amelie said I'm obliged because I was about to blurt out, I thought you were Amelie.
We're gonna
Shut up.
retcon
Alright.
that you did say that, and
Yes.
she
Right.
laughs, thinking you meant it
Indeed.
as a joke. Well, that's where we'll end it for tonight on a nice
Oh
little
my God.
cliffhanger. We'll be back
Yeah.
next Wednesday to finish this up. Let's go. We'll rotate out our introductions. We'll start with Casey this time.
Hope you all enjoyed my character Lennox, the sly, two silver tongued devil that he is. You can find me at Tabletop Trucker at Instagram, Tabletop Trucking 78 at Instagram. If you just want to see the world how I see it through the windshield of the truck. Other than that, you can find me here on doing different streams or in the chat at HSC. Hey, hit me up. I'm always free to try to GM private games. If y'all want me to GM one of your games, I like doing Cyberpunk. That's what I do. Outside of that, if you ever see me out in the real world, it's like a Pokemon. Just say, be like, hey, what's up? Say hi.
He let Nate, enough of Abby, and me interrogate a guy in a sex hotel once.
See?
That was such a wild game.
RJ.
Hey everybody, it's me, RJ, once again. You can catch me at RJS282 on all of my socials. I played Bartholomew. I hope you enjoyed him as well. Lennox was a blast. Everyone was a blast. It was great. I love it here.
Awesome.
All right, Holly.
Hey, so I played Josephine Larkspur the Lark. And it was awesome. I just wanted a reason to literally make music puns, and I was allowed to do that tonight. So no complaints from me. I enjoy everyone's characters. They're fantastic. They're very funny. And as far as anything that's coming up or going on, I know for me, uh Jason and I are on not this next Monday, but the Monday after that. We'll be finishing up our little like ICRPG Ghostbusters hack on Ruinous Paths D&D, and then I am gonna be here doing this, and then every Wednesday, or is it Wednesday? I can't remember. Yes, and then shortly after that, before we move on to Jason, I do want to kind of promo starting tomorrow on HSC is His Majesty the Worm. That's right. His Majesty the Worm. There we go. And and that is going to be awesome. I'm looking forward to that with everybody. It's going to be so great. I cannot wait. I'm not playing, but I really want to see this game be played. And then on Tuesdays we have Roots of Old I'm never going to say this right. Caldor. I'm so bad at this. And then obviously Wednesdays we'll be here with this game, and it's going to be great. So, yeah, thank you guys for coming. Jason, your turn.
Well,
my
Cass still
turn.
gets to go.
Cass's turn. Jesus. Why did I
didn't
think you
forget
already
Cass.
did it? I blacked out. I was like, ah!
Look, I let you cook. Yeah, I let you cook. It's fine. We had a stressful start to the stream. Anyway, hi guys. I am Cass, better known as Yoda Almighty on the socials. I bebop around different servers you can find me in. where can you see me next? Tomorrow night, I will be over on Entropy Emporium for our Girl by Moonlight campaign. We are nearing the end of the first season. It is on, I forget what the actual like module name is. But we are fighting interdimensional space kaiju, piloting the husks of dead gods. So we're in the end game for season 1 for that. I pilot Ati, the goddess of chaos, who's killing me every time I get in. It's fine. And we're a goo monster. We are a non-Euclidean goo monster. It's fine. We're gonna be the best goo in the universe. And I say that not this Sunday, but the following Sunday, and alternating from there, I'm over on Tales from the Table Studios for Sundered Skies or Fabula Ultima campaign. I got booped by 2 gods last time, and one of them scrambled my brains. Didn't appreciate it. And yesterday, so alternating Tuesdays from that, I run table 1 of Knights of Magic and Mystery on Tales from the Table Studios, which is our Sentai and Sensibility game. I really fucked with my players last night, and they're still yelling about it now. It's fine. It was great. They sort of have figured out who the bad guy is and how close they've been the whole time. I'm waiting for them to actually figure out so I can drop the Sam Reich gif of "I've been here the whole time."
Excellent.
So that's me now, Jason.
I'm Jason, aka Graphical Running. I've got, like what Holly said, this every Wednesday through October. Monday after next, we'll be finishing up Ghostbusters. Fun fact: they chose a '90s Taco Bell as their headquarters and a PT Cruiser from the late early aughts as their Actomobile.
I love that.
I was obsessed with the PT Cruiser as a child.
This one
They
has
made
wood
a hot
panels.
rod one.
They did.
Nice.
I had
They
the
made a
Hot
hot
Wheels.
rod one.
I had the Hot Wheels of it with the little picnic table in the back.
That's
awesome.
amazing.
Yeah, they had to bus ghosts at a Fright Night style like pop up thing. The opening scene was in a Halloween spirit store. So we'll see where that goes. I'm gonna be running tech
Nice.
for some charity streams over on Pocket Dragon Pub. I think the first one is this next Monday. It's a masks game. And just listening to session 0, that sounds pretty fun what they're cooking up there. So if you want to check that out, if you got some spare money, people freaking need help these days everywhere. Other than that, that's me. I'll see you guys here next week when we finish up this particular tale. What's that, Case?
I was gonna say right before, if you guys enjoyed this character, tomorrow the character that I'm playing in is a Boomhauer style orc who wants to live and go back to his fishing out on the ocean to go back to his mermaid wife. That should tell you everything about the game that's coming up tomorrow.
Does he talk like that?
Yeah.
He'd be like, "Boy, let me tell you,
Thing.
something's over there, right there."
The
That's
best thing
awesome.
about the Boomhauer character is if you listen close, you can understand what he's saying.
Talk like my dad.
Genuinely, growing up, I understood him and I did not get the joke.
I understood him too because my dad talks a lot like Boomhauer. Like it's
Nice.
why is everybody having a hard time understanding Boomhauer?
It was what was that movie?
Oh man.
Snatched. Brad Pitt and Snatched. If you
Yes.
listen close to everything he says, you can understand it. You just have to listen.
I wanted to. Oh, go
Drop
ahead.
the lore, RJ. Do it.
Real quick fun fact, if you turn on the captions while he's speaking, it will get up to a point where there's just going to be a question mark.
Excellent.
Watch that movie again. I love that movie.
That's so funny.
I'm gonna buy Snatch tonight.
All right, that's us for tonight. I'm gonna let everyone go. I'm sure some people have like jobs and lives and stuff.
Yes.
So we had fun. We hope you did too. Check us back next week.
That's good.
Bye.